Hey everyone, welcome. Right, let's get started. Oh, what happened last time I was playing this? So I was away. I was away from Friday, Saturday and Sunday. I did not get to play any Final Fantasy or stream anything during those couple of days. But I remember we turned into Sonic. Fucking turned into Sonic and we're dashing around all over the place. With and quite a nice end to the stream being, you know, the takedown of an absolute asshole. But I kind of feel sorry. I kind of feel sorry for Kupka. For Hugo. His fatal flaw was he liked someone a bit too much, and he went on a rampage because of it. Right, am I good to switch over now? Oh, give me a second. Oh shit. Yep, that's me just destroying the place and dropping shit. Perfect. Cool, get rid of that. And go over here. I'm A, Hiromi, and Sumin. Hopefully both doing well. Not had too many more mishaps with your workplace. I think it would be really interesting to do that. I've just got some just like a big warehouse here, like a distribution center type deal. You get your safety boots and your high-vis jackets. That's what you're supposed to have over here. And you're just like commanding just this huge, vast amounts of X, Y, and Z. How's my niece? My niece, oh, she's better now. Yeah. Okay, so the plan was supposed to be there on Friday, Saturday, come back Sunday. It still happened. Down on the Friday, and she'd kind of had this cough cold thing when she was at ours the weekend before, and she still wasn't over it. And her father went to the neighbour and took her with him, and it was raining and it was cold, and I think she would just felt like absolute shit after that. Palette of overturned macaroni pies. I'll take the write-offs and pay shipping. Yeah, so she was running a fever before she went to sleep on the Friday night. And she was still like up and down a little bit. Not as bad. But still not that good during the Saturday. So we kind of didn't get to do anything. Well, we weren't sure what we were going to be doing on Saturday anyway, because it was all weather dependent. But there was things that we could have went to eat, but it was better. She was like, you know, she just wasn't feeling it. You know, she's not feeling it. Tylenol, paracetamol. Oh no, she had Calpol. That's the wonder drug for kids. Strawberry flavored. Has to be the strawberry flavored. The orange one is disgusting. Take the pie for an responsible right. Cowpol? No, Cal. C-A-L. P-O-L. It's the wonder drug for kids. I would have that now. If I was adverse. It's like liquid form. If I was adverse to taking pills, I would probably take Calpol. California politics. Who knows? Maybe. So speak also. Yes. So end of last stream, we took down Hugo. Hugo is no more. He's but a bit of stone, half destroyed in the desert area, and it was some fucking fight that went on for ages. I actually thought, am I gonna have to like do this again when I come back? I suspected as much. No, it's just anything sore, just give kids some Calpol. It's the wonder drug. It fixes anything when you're a kid.
What became of Kupka? Why haven't we heard anything?
At least that's the impression I got as a kid. I might go there, but I don't want to go there. I'm gonna go here. Pushing drugs on the kids. But no, she just wasn't really having any of it. So the Saturday, she definitely perked up later on. She was back to eating. At the evening. It's just, you know, she's no right when she doesn't. She just wants hugs and she's not interested in food at all. State of the realm. Let's see what it's gonna say. So the grand cast. Is it? Oh, deceased. Oh, you seen Barnabas gives orders too. Lord Harbard. They're in cahoots with this mysterious being, Ultima. Adversaries. Iconic battle. Oh, it was a battle, alright. Manipulates, yeah. Oh, there was pizza.
Study it well, Clive.
We were supposed to be going out to a nearby place for eating on Saturday night, but because my niece wasn't, we were like, nah, we'll just order something from the takeaway. So what we're looking at now, Kingdom of Walud, Orcish reinforcements. Oh, the ones that were in when we were making our way through Drake's Fang, through the mines. You have a headache? Is your child acting up? Did your dog have zoomies? When did we get to go to Old Canver? They've got armistice at the moment. Imperial Army. Accession. The accession of the Emperor Olivier. Oh, yes. Dion got news that, oh yeah, Sylvester Lesage handed power to second-born son and only child by the Empress Annabella. Shook the nation. None was more shocked, however, than his firstborn son Dion, who was presiding over troop movements in the area surrounding Crystalline Dominion when news first reached him. Yeah, he got fucked over, didn't he? He got absolutely fucked over.
The state of the realm is ever changing.
I really hope that Dion. Oh, he's probably gonna die. Everyone's bound to die in this game. Hey, Barbara Royal. Anything new for the hunt board? There are. Wait, can I do these before I speak to Otto? Oh, there's an S rank. There's an S rank. I did die to the A rank because it was like 8 levels above me. Now today, I'm doing good, thank you. Hopefully you're doing well. Chargeback, sister pizza, it was a little burnt. It was actually not bad. I see many people say those words. I think of the film Evolution. It's a bit old now. Maybe it's too old. Bring your sister's husband as long as a liaison. What the fuck is this pitch? Piece of shit. Oh, or no. Yeah, look, got to get the Italian hands. Yeah, no, there's a section in the film Evolution where he starts singing songs. You got the lyrics like "You're so beautiful to me," and he's trying to. Is it after he's made the stupid fucking noises? I'm used to take. Well, not really the piss out of the film, but it kind of took that and ran with it with some friends and just made random noises at each other for whatever reason. So we've got soul stingers. Swarm of vicious Violkin has of late made its nest near an abandoned village in the fields of Korava. And as the hive has grown, so too has its hunger. Already, the stripped corpses of great beasts have been sighted in its vicinity. Should the Violkin be left to their own devices, the nearby settlements shall surely be reduced to naught but a collection of bleached bones within a 12 moon. Hey, Craig. The Scottish swearer. I'll take that. Oh, it was at my sister's Friday through Sunday. There was no streams. Got the Grimmelkin. Hold on, just do something quickly. Just off the sickle, the road that leads from Dalimil to the jaw lies a dead-end canyon into which travellers moving at night are wont to stray. Live stream. I don't have a setup to do that. Providing a constant supply of sustenance for a feeling most foul. Daytime desert heat ever its own threat to life. The merchants ever mindful not to waste their last shard of crystal on the lighting of lamps. Only the monster's demise might save them. The 9 of Knives. It's an A rank. You can't see it, I'm covering the rank. Dalmekian traders are wont to say a prayer for unwary travellers journeying from Dalimil to Drake's Fang, for there lurks a bloodthirsty brigand, one who appears to be more interested in letting the blood of his quarry than he is in any gil or goods he might plunder from their caravans. If the road is to be made safe again, then at least one traveller passing through the place might not flee, but stand and fight. And the Breaker of Worlds. It's an S rank. Okay. Urgent notice to all curse breakers. Due to the discovery of a fallen giant in the Rosarian ruins we have lately been investigating, all work in the region is to be halted with immediate effect, and all members are to proceed no further than the village gate, lest the echo should be awakened by our presence. So, are they calling the fallen enemies echoes? I think they've used that before. Are letters glyphs part of some alphabet or just funny scribbles? Now, that's a funny thing. I need to have a search for this. Okay, no further action may be taken without Sid's express permission. Oh, I didn't have the location there. Right, where's our room? It could be the library. Search for this. I think it's in the hideaway somewhere. I can't even remember how I'd seen this. But we're in the hideaway.
If the state of our coffers is anything to go by.
Might be the library then. I have nothing here. Could be downstairs with a new person. Oh, it's gonna bug me if I don't get rid of it. Hey, hi, bye. Mage Stone. It's just a stone that you can practice your combos and your moves that you might get along the way, but also replay stages. So if there's anything trophy-wise you want to get, probably, well, apart from the finish on Final Fantasy VII, which is a harder difficulty than what this is. It isn't, the Final Fantasy difficulty isn't available straight away.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in. Why would anyone want to do that?
Now you asked about alphabet. Well, I shouldn't really ask. Here, I think. F. I think this might be their alphabet. Can't get any closer, can I? Let me actually see Torgal under the image of Torgal. Hold on, let me see something. And that's probably... That'll be Moogle. But some of it looks smudged. Yeah, it was just so bad it looks a bit, yeah. And what else was on the board? Yeah, it starts to get a bit fucking blurrier though. Here? What's the C? Lowercase h. Yeah, I'll be Chocobo. E and F also look very close to themselves. Yeah. E, F. I. M and N. I guess, yeah. O. Lowercase u. The V's like upside down. This is why. Although... Yeah. I'm not sure what the stuff underneath it is because if it's supposed to be capitals, nothing looks like almost a circle with a line through it. Those just O. Where are the lowercase ones? The A, the strike doesn't go all the way through and it's got... Don't know. Unless there's something else. Unless they're trying to make it more stylized. Are we going numbers? Ah. It's oh, Jurassic World Evolution. Any good? Alien Hawk. Okay. Okay. They do have the, oh god, it would basically, I'm guessing most things that are written here, including on the hunt board, are going to be written like this. Oh, I'm not even sure it'd be possible to make that out. English, but funny looking, or funnier. Oh, you like it? Ah, you're gonna upgrade everything. Okay. So yeah, I think the hunt board must equate to that then. And even when you get your you see the enemies for the first time, they have this kind of splash screen which is so reminiscent of Bayonetta. Let's try some of these. I'm gonna have to bloody keep a note of where they are. What do we have? We have... I'm going to forget, because they're not marked on the map. Empty Hovel, Dalmechia. Abandoned village of Fields... Kovara. Korava. Okay. Korava. I think I might remember where it is. Dalmechia. Sickle. Dalamil to the jaw. The cattery. I've actually got the jaw. Okay. Dalamil to Drake's Fang. Draw. I don't know. Rosarian runes. I cannot read my fucking handwriting. No. Just have to make that out somehow. And further in the village gate. We've got them there. I'm sorry, oh, you're going to be left behind right now. Can't do any upgrades, so Dalamil, the jaw. Oh, the gateway to Drake's Fang, but I can't get to Drake's Fang. There's something in the jaw. That's fine. Have I got a local map? Oh, balls! I pressed the wrong thing. That one. Is it up here? Is that the one we're on about? Not. It's bed. Watcher. Empty hovel in Dalmechia. Oh, there's the sickle. Oh, there's the jaw. I don't know if I have access to the first one then. Thought maybe that, but that's not a place which got a name. Well, I could go here and Golden Path Fields. Oh, Grava. Shit, we haven't explored this map. I love you giving me place names. And I'm like, I have no idea where you are. Well, it looks like there's a lot of them here. This can fast travel. So I should be able to get maybe 3 if I can get to Grava. So the best place to go. Let's go with the sickle first. Get my worker. We're gonna go south. But I have fucking nothing. That way. I haven't got a compass on screen.
Take a sniff, good sir. Needed to a silken
I don't know if
Where did all the men
what time of day it is and how the sun's going. But yeah, poor Otto, he's getting left behind.
No, I'm telling you, it's gone.
Who's with me though?
Good girl.
Ah, Turgle. Cool.
Faster.
I don't know if it is faster. I mean, it'll be faster, but sure is slippy slappy. The movement. I have to not look at the chocobo because I feel like I shouldn't quite be. It shouldn't feel like it's running through water. That's the impression I get it is.
Enough of you, are there?
Leggier? What the fuck? Oh, my little flames! You're gone! I like them little flames. Or Kayla's? Yeah, her tails too apart. The sickle. Where's the fucking hell? Which bit in the sickle though? Down to the jaw. Alright, we'll go this way now. Dead end. Dead end might be something. Bloody heights? That is not where I came up, is it? Nope, that's not. I like the little fists of fire. Completely ruined what I was doing there. I was trying to do. I just kind of ruined that for me. I don't quite get the nice downed attack. Gill? Hmm. We got fallen ruins, so it could be something in this area. Cattery? Yep. Mm-hmm. The cattery is what we're after. There is something that's in the jaw itself, though. This is going to be... Oh, the Grimalkin! Are you got a big game on Saturday? Just in case. Make sure no boxes pass me by. Magic Dash. Probably sell some of them. We're in the zone for it. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna fucking save it then. The music changed a little bit when I got to this area. Oh! Oh, hi. Oh shit. It's rank C. Yeah, so that right down the bottom left will probably be similar.
Playtime for the pack, is it? Let me introduce you to mine.
Where's that? Ow. Oh, you're ready, yeah. Now I'm trying to save my things for like the big one when it happens to appear. Oh, I got interrupted with it. That helped. Right, take out the little ones, take out the big one.
And then there was one.
Must have a knack for it. Come on in. Gonna put this one on. Actually wasn't that bad, that one. Okay. Gonna retain their renown. Oh, Grimlokin hide. Grimlokins developed spots on their skins which render them nigh invisible as they prowl the arid savannas of Southern Storm. Said spots provide considerably less camouflage when prowling elsewhere, however. I'm assuming that's we're going to need that for something.
That wasn't too bad, was it, Torgal?
Oh, hold on, what's up there? Okay. We were as nice as we could be. It wasn't very nice, was it? Ah. Meteorite. Well, that's one down, so that's the one in the cattery. We've got one in the jaw. I think it's back the way. Fucking meteorite. I'm sure I can buy that, you know. Actually, I don't know. I know I can't buy the Scarletite. Is that no? I think. I need to go through that way too, but there's one that's in the jaw. I'm gonna get rid of that marker actually. To the left, somewhere in this area? Maybe? I was in those area, but it's an S rank. I have no idea where it's gonna be. Yeah, it was a good weekend. Good to see my sister and her lot. That was fun. Plans didn't quite go to plan, but my niece was a bit under the weather. It was still good though. We're going to the left here. Could I just fast travel there, couldn't I? So I'm looking for... What am I looking for? Is it him? It's him, isn't it? The one in the middle of the road. Oh, potions. Oh, geez, okay. The chocobo! Oh, hell! The 9 of Knives. He's A rank. Look at his shiny little armor!
My blade yet hungers, so do I.
Okay.
Come, let us feast on your flesh.
Your feasting days are over.
I think he just like shouted at me. Oh, you little fucker. What did you just say? You were going to hit me? Oh shit, okay.
Let's try. Fire and flame.
Take some hits here, but no one for it.
Let's try. Let's try. I'd snuff you like a twig.
You say you're gonna stuff me like a twig? Okay, we'll get you our tornado. Just fucking undermine, I can't see where he's going. Oh, you little fucker! And I was maybe the oh god, the druid spade's really long and pointy, so he got confused. He screams like R2D2. Hey, XVI. How's it going? It's going good. Like, you're doing well? Ah, okay. Got a trophy. Oh, meteorite? Alright. At least we get 30 renown.
Those who kill for sport deserve no better.
Oh, what a state. What state this place is in. This wasn't me, by the way. This was him. So is this the one that's in the jaw? Okay, we've got one which is in, was it Carava? No. It's a place that I don't actually have on the map just now, but I
Good girl.
know where it should be.
Fly, Ambrosia.
I stuffed him like a twig. Is that what he said? Because that's what it sounded like.
A mountain of a monster, twice as tall as Titan himself, cracked a fang open like it was a sparrow's egg. I swear on my grandmother's grave, I saw it myself.
Another crystal. The mines.
Oh yeah, this is just after the events of what happened. And I'm like, alright, oh, you can wait a little bit. Then we can deal with some notorious marks for people. I'm halfway there. To the right, yep. And straight on, maybe? I went to the right the last time. I'll go this way. I went that way last time. This way, items. Maybe. Oh god, oh no, can't control Chocobo and running. Nope, not very well. Fields of Carava. Empty hovel. This might not be... Empty hovel Dalmechia? Nothing is marked as the empty hovel though. The guy who wrote some sort of most beautiful bit of nonsense. Oh, some of the most beautiful bits of nonsense ever right at a job interview. It's gonna be my game of the year. Probably, because it's probably only gonna be the game from this year I'm playing. No, I'm hopefully going to get to maybe Assassin's Creed Mirage. And definitely got plans for Star Ocean Second Story R. A run-on sentence of self-contradictory absurdities. Nothing says it's a hovel, does it? Yeah, I haven't got any releases from this year. Oh, I'm just gonna have to hope it's going in the right way then. Oh, you little bugger. And if I'm playing Baldur's Gate 3, it's going to be off stream. Because it's co-op. I'm playing that with Peacemaker. Ah, maybe the hovel over there.
Ready, go? Run like the
I know,
wind.
is yeah. No, it just looks really really similar to Divinity, Original Sin, and 2. That too much beer nuttiness, and the fact that it's got a split screen. So if it can play like Divinity, that'd be great. I think it's Larian that's doing Baldur's Gate 3. And actually, I can't remember. I don't think I've been near the others. Would this be considered the hovel? Yep.
That'll do, girl.
The fact that you let me jump off here makes me think it might be something? No, maybe?
Ambrosia won't help me here.
Yes, not. I was going to burst out those gates. No, I've still got games from last year to get through. Elden Ring threw a spanner in the works for me playing, or me even getting Horizon Forbidden West. So I'm like definitely over a year out for that one. Also a dentist, I fixed his feet. When am I asleep? So I think this job will be good for my mum since he doesn't have kids. Wait, is that what was in this whole run on? Oh, give me one of those. Oh, it's here. Fucking here. Shit, I'm in the wrong place.
Good girl.
No. Oh, I guess I have to. Good. Oh, I'm only fucking quarter of the way through getting it back. You know what? What other games are coming out this year? That might be interesting. But yeah, Elden Ring took up quite a bit of the stream last year, I think. I believe it was my most played game for what it could record from PS4. I'm not sure it counted PS3 figures. No, that's the wrong way. Oh, for fuck's sake. I do need to have a proper look around this area though. Which I'm not doing because I'm going straight for what I'm after. This is... Oh, this really isn't where I need to be. Where the fuck is it? No, from bloody corner. Was the last year I ended up before Oh! Oh? No, you're not the hunt. There's a wild coral? Fuck it, wind punch you. Oh, I've got nothing ready.
Too slow.
Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Fucking hell. I expect to meet one of them in the world. I've never dealt with them and the boss. Well, I say boss.
Come on. Run like the wind.
Oh, I got so distracted from what I was saying as well. Yeah, so last year my plans went to fuck because Elden Ring came out. I did replay Horizon Zero Dawn for the purposes of wherever it is in here. Get to the second one. But when I do get to the second one, I'm like, fuck it, I'm not playing Horizon Zero Dawn again. Oh.
Back to the stables, girl.
No, that probably wasn't a good idea to try to take my chocobo now. Wait, where's this fucking empty hovel? Empty hovel. Oh, is it up around the corner from it, maybe? Oh, is these? Yeah, yeah, she should be good. She got a fever on the Friday night, and was still pretty poorly. You know, she's not well when she's like not eating her food. And food's a good motivator for her to do things.
They don't look happy.
Holy shit! Oh, it doesn't affect them! It does not affect them! Oh no. Okay, that went very badly. I was trying to use Titan's fucking thing, but clearly it's not working.
I needed that.
The problem is, I'm... I'm just getting bit by bit then. Oh! Oh god, I'm off the edge, am I? Oh no. Oh no. No, no, no. I'm trying to fucking move! Here we go! Damn. Fucking move's atrocious.
Let's roll ready.
That was awful. I didn't realise there was such a shit move that they had. Sharp Fang, Bloody Head, and Magic Dash. Okay.
Peace at last.
Now. It's the wrong button. Zarian Ruins. They mentioned about not stepping outside the gate. Local map. Bridge, Quiescent, Silken Strands, or Rosegate. Abbey, Sorwise, Mercer's Rest. Nothing dim. Rereads. Aqueduct. Amber. I can't go through some of these. Dim, Eastpool, Martha's Rest, Old Hill. Dim, yep, Eastpool, West, Old Hill. I think it's over there and I don't have access. Crap. Okay, go back here. I'm gonna buy some potions. I got absolutely screwed over with that. Elden Ring, wait, Elden Ring's getting DLC probably this year. Starfield comes out in a few months. PoE 2 could be in a matter of days or might not. I think you through all that a while. The DLC, do we know what kind of DLC is it? If it's PvP stuff, I'm absolutely not interested in it. I don't have PS Plus, I'm not getting it for that. Starfield, oh that's just a no straight away for me.
We're seeing troops in us.
Until they either have a better PC or end up deciding to get a
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon.
the series, whatever. Probably won't be anytime soon.
Is
Soon the whole
everything we've
moving
received
stuff.
and everything promised?
Maybe 2. I don't think I've heard much about that. I do watch a couple of people who have streamed. I'm assuming Path of Exile. Has to be a proper DLC. PvP was more like a minor feature addition. Okay. Oh hey, a token. Many claim they wish to change the world. You actually take it upon themselves to do so. You're an inspiration to us all. A nameless patron. Give briar clamshells, desert rose, and 800 ability points. 550 is the next one.
Come again.
I get these
I
from
may have
helping
more
people.
for ya.
This is fucking awful. Oh, Nectar's Adventures. They're new. Did I ever tell you about the time we took a trip to the islands west of Storm?
You mean the Iron Kingdom?
Is that what you call them, Kubo? In Moogle tongue, we call them smithies. The strait that separates them from the mainland, the Quench. I was venturing down Dalmatian coast when I saw bright lights and black shadows out in the offing. Fuck off! Imagine this point when I learned these lights or shadows weren't busy forging straight in the land with soot, blighted rocks, leaking lava. What I learned, the locals treat strangers sins. Probably the best I didn't get a chance to say good day. If I have one complaint about this game, I can't fucking read the Muggles dialogue quickly enough. Oh, maybe they say sure it wasn't coming out soon. I'm saying there's. Oh wait, an 11-day countdown. An 11-day countdown to what? To an announcement? To another countdown? Right, they've been done. Cool. Oh, ExileCon. Okay, discoveries of fallen giant in the Rosarian ruins lately been investigating. All work in regions have been halted. Immediate effect. Members to proceed no further than the village gate. So I'm guessing Rosarian ruins gonna be. Knows? I actually don't know. The Rose Gate? You can't get in anyway. But even at that, that's the wrong side. That's down here. Getting fucking through any gate. Wait, why is there a gate there? Port sold. Oh, balls. I hate this fucking thing. Where did your gate go to? For being right fucking there. Huh. To another countdown! No, this isn't No Man's Sky. Hey, who knows? Who knows? They might feel the whole like, hey, blah blah blah. You want to hear more? Get, you know, give us another month. I'm gonna go replenish. Before I speak to also, I'm going to replenish my potions because I used a few of them with that damn thing. It wasn't even the A rank. A rank was the. Was it 9 of Knives? Right, Karen.
And what can I
Ocean's
do
Gate,
for
oh no
you?
wait.
Coin purse weighing you down?
Well.
It'd better all be here.
It's 10 fucking thousand for an elixir. Fucking hell. Now, if I sell 3,400, I don't want to sell items, but I will sell some of these if I've got too much of them. And I have 1,133.
I'll be thankful you got that much. You got out else?
Right, what can I buy? I don't need those. It's the accessories, isn't it? I've got a couple though. Increase the experience, increase ability points. I think I'm wearing those. Increase skill earned by 35%. Windrook's Gambit, I'm not using those ones, am I? Limit break generation amount by 6% taking damage. Limit break generation amount by 3% when dealing damage. Automatically charge magic spells and maintain the charge until cast. And the whole thing made me discover how horrible a person I am. Within minutes, people were posting DualShock as disconnected memes, and I found it funny. It's... okay, absolute legendary one. Oh, but it's also really like, see, for me, I'm what makes me a bad person for that whole scenario was the whole more money than sense, and I have no sympathy. Because it's a situation where like you would do your I don't know, maybe it's just me. I'm the person who's like, before I go in for certain things, I would do my fucking research. Like, and I'm pretty sure there was already had been issues with it. So I'm like, the one I feel sorry for is the kid. Because they'd be like, yeah, I trust my father to, you know, make sure this is okay for me. But so can't be getting that one. I think maybe that one. 3% a good amount? I don't know. Could be. Maybe I'll to kick off the limit break more. We'll get it.
You're rubbing me blind,
Oh, yeah.
you know.
Yeah, if you didn't get the red flags, we're traditionally going for a kilometre below the ocean while sitting on the floor of a drain pipe with a lid that doesn't even open from the inside. Maybe you did choose the thug life after all. Oh yeah, they said like they're bolted in, weren't they? There's so many, to me, red flags. A lot of what they've said. Even, you know, the best part is, even with the breakdown of things, and they were comparing it to, oh, who was it? Was it James Cameron who went down in something else? And there was like, well, here's what he had, and so many, like, XYZ things, and there was like, you know, a couple of things which were equivalent, but not enough. He had so many fail-safes. And they're just went down in a fucking tin can. I don't understand it. I don't get it.
Finished, are you?
Clive. What's that for you, dear?
Get reinforced. I'm not using that. Use it properly. If something goes wrong, it's very like, here, you're fucked regardless. Well, true. That's a definite nope. We have those ones. That's fine.
Anything else?
No, nothing. We're gonna go speak to Otto. Got what we could. There's no way of me getting to this other mark, I don't think.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border crossing. Clive.
The ocean cares a little about your premium insurance policy.
I am.
It's especially
glad tidings for once.
you shouting we're kings of the world or anything.
Hugo Cooper is no more. Well, I'll be. All of our comrades who lost their lives back at Sid's place be smiling down at you right now.
We had a stolus from Lubor saying Drake's fang had fallen.
Okay.
I expect that was your doing as well, was it?
It's a long
Yeah, it's a
story.
very fucking long story.
One for the history books, I'll bet.
Welcome home, Clive.
It's good to be back. You look better.
I feel it. Which means I'm coming on your next little adventure.
Oh,
You're not leaving me behind again.
okay.
Wouldn't dream of it. Otto, any word on the Royalist movements since I've been away? Shouldn't you be putting your feet up? If you really want to know, go and have a word with Vivian.
Official Sony
Thank you.
Microsoft. Yeah, Xbox.
I will.
I just don't understand. There's red flags to me everywhere, but I'm not a person who's. I'm not a thrill seeker. I'm not a risk taker in that regard. I personally, I wouldn't get enjoyment out of something like that, and I can't fathom how someone would.
The conquering hero returns. And with hardly a scratch on him.
I may have picked up one or two.
Well, the fact that you came straight to me instead of visiting our resident physiker suggests that you picked up something more important. A scent. The scent of Waludas.
The very same.
Okay.
But whatever plans Kupka was hatching with the Royalists, he took them to his grave. As did his men. Slaughtered by the orcs who'd taken over the Fang. Orcs, Vivian. I've never seen such creatures in Storm before. The Waludas must have ferried them over from Ash, but why? Why work to rescue Kupka only to invade his home, the mother crystal of an allied nation, and let both fall? It makes no sense.
Do you know the tale of the blind men and the Adamantus? One can often be led astray by focusing too closely on individual details. One must instead see the bigger picture. And what bigger picture is there than my map?
Everyone were doing.
The kingdom
That's
of Waloed
small
claims
mercy, I
dominion
think.
over
From
all
it.
of Ash. It is a nation forged by the bloody conquest of Barnabas Tharm, the dominant of Odin.
Thorm,
The
not
Canvarian
Thormer.
War of Independence
No,
in
that doesn't have the extra
849.
R.
The Battle of the Twin Realms in 865. The Battle of Belinus Tor in 873.
Okay.
Wheresoever his armies fought, Odin was found where the fighting was fiercest. But of late, the warrior king appears to have laid his sword to rest. Battle rages for control of the crystalline dominion. Yet Tharm sends not a single ship in support of his Dalmekian allies. Meanwhile, the Blight ravages great swathes of Ash. Yet warlike Waloed shows not
I'm
the
wondering
faintest
if-
interest in laying claim to untouched lands. So
They're-
why go to the trouble of sending an army of orcs into the heart of Drake's Fang? Only to make no attempt to claim the Mother Crystal for Waloed.
But they want to bring it
It can
down.
hardly be for lack of men. Tharm's armies rival any in the Twins. No. We have not seen the last of the Waluda standard. Odin will ride again. It is but a question of when. And on that day, who will be
He's
trampled
just biding his time.
underfoot?
Trivia: the pressure of the Titanic is 65.
In
This is
summary,
500
I know
psi.
not
Tier
what
X
end
byte, the strongest
Royalists
bytes ever
betrayed
exist
Kupka.
between. Oh,
I know
8,000.
only that it is part of some broader
12,000. Holy
scheme. A
shit.
scheme tied to the ambitions of one man.
King Barnabas.
But there is no need to wallow in confusion. If one is to cure a sickness, one must first identify the symptoms. And your Lord Uncle has volunteered to do just that by keeping an eye on the Royalists' movements.
He's really throwing himself into this.
Indeed,
Our
he
uncle better
is.
not die.
Which means all that remains for us to do is await his reports. Well, not quite all in your case. The people of the Hideaway must hear the news. Justice has been done. Hugo Kupka is dead. The wounds he left that night are still raw, especially for those who lived with Sid the longest. Tell them, that those wounds might finally begin to heal. Consider it the price of today's instruction.
I've never known you to be sentimental.
What can I say? I am only human. And we are, all of us, sentimental animals at heart.
I suppose we are. Very well. I'll go and spread the word.
There's rivals in T-Rex. 4,000. Oh, crocodile strength. Wait, Vivian.
Ah, my favorite.
Let's go with Hugo. Kupka and the Fang were the bedrock upon which the Republic stood. Now that both have crumbled, Dhalmekia's descent into chaos is all but assured.
So what of its parliament?
You ask. Will the ministers not take it upon themselves to pick up the pieces of their crumbling nation? I doubt it. They have little love for their people, only their own preservation.
Which leaves but one man.
Standing between Dhalmekia and disaster. Former Field Marshal Eugene Havel. Any is to pick up the baton of command is surely he. But as the bitter tides of ire and avarice rise around him, how long will he be able to keep his head above water, I wonder? No, it's just when I start reading chat, my attention gets split. Okay, State Realm.
What is it that you wish to learn?
Which isn't always a good thing.
One must understand one's place in the world.
It either goes, I'm playing the game, I'm focused on the game and ignoring chat, or I'm looking at chat and I'm ignoring the game. I can't win. Okay, so... Yep, return to the hideaway. Take them out, that's fine. But it's there as well.
The state of the realm is ever-changing, Clive.
Karen Blackthorn. Purple marks, right. I'll go for Resident Lore Master first. What's the way in? I have no idea about the 7 remake. I only played the demo for that and I didn't enjoy it. That's why I've held off as long as possible. I didn't enjoy the combat
You come seeking the gift of knowledge?
in 7 remake
No. To share mine,
in
actually.
the demo.
Hugo Kupka is dead.
Oh my. Can it really be true?
Look, he's crying. He is.
You little fucking
Big
shits.
baby.
And with good reason, children. These are tears of joy. We must offer up a prayer to your parents that the heavens might weep with us. There shall be no lessons today, only thanksgiving and merrymaking.
Oh yeah,
Go,
their parents are
put
dead
away
because of
your
Hugo.
All right. Brilliant.
Tornado them.
Finally, a new dawn has broken.
It has.
Thank you, Clive. I cannot wait
Why
to
do
share
I
the
feel
good
like
news.
Clive is turning more at Batman every time we play?
Apologies. After Kupka fell, Ultima came to me. I need to know what he is. Have you learned anything?
Alas, no. And not for want of trying. I have scoured nigh every historical tome in our collection and found nothing. Not even the sort of conspicuous absence that might suggest a concealment of fact. One is almost tempted to conclude that such a creature never existed.
But I saw him. With my own eyes.
I don't doubt that you did. Alas, it seems you are the only one who has. To others, he reveals naught.
We know that
We see
Joshua
only that which he leaves in his
is
wake,
a heart
like
cage.
some terrible force of nature beyond the ken
Oh, you
of
saw a guy
mortal
who voiced him
man.
recently?
A
Surprisingly
breath of
normal.
death.
Whether the ultimate
They're like
you
breathing at the
met with
microphone.
was the being itself, or merely another projection of its power, I know not. But until I do, my investigations shall continue.
Thank you. It means a lot.
Okay, who next? Caron.
Thanks to Sid.
Hey, Torgal.
Well, someone looks pleased with himself.
She's
So what,
always
Mary, then?
smoking.
Nothing escapes you, Lady Karen.
It's not deep or gruff.
Kupka is dead.
No more looking over our shoulders, then. Good. I'm starting to get a crick in my neck. Don't let it go to your head, though.
She's got new things. Oh, I'll have a look at them after. Blackthorn.
Blackthorn. Do you have a moment?
What is it? I'm busy.
I wanted to tell you that Hugo Kupka is dead.
I can't tell you how long I've been waiting to hear those words. This is it then. A new beginning under a new Sid.
I'll try to live up to the name. Right. Let's see if Otto has anything
Let's
else
see
for
if
me.
Blackthorn and Karen have.
Back, are ya?
Let's go with Hugo.
To a bloody riddance.
If there was ever a man who deserved a rusty knife in the gut, it was that prick. Not that I'd let you carry around a rusty knife. His death won't bring back the people we lost, but it'll ease a few hearts.
Mine included.
Thank you.
So, will it be?
Ooh, enhancer. Enhancer. What are you, Earth and Fury? Why right magic to Ash? Well, do. I could just go and buy it instead, because I never know. Silicon sash? It's less than what I'm using. But oh, white wormbone? I don't have those, so it doesn't matter anyway. Fuck. Huh. Diamond armlets? I don't have the white wormbone. Shit. 68. And if I could... It's still less on the defensive side anyway. I might be able to buy the basic version and then maybe upgrade them. Yeah, slightly less there. Diamond sword? Oh, I need a diamond sword. I don't have a diamond sword. Fuck. Enhancer. Wait, so I can't. Oh. A diamond and enhancer?
Anything else?
This is really dark. Being in the backstory is right in the middle of the media circus or disaster. The steps in the rich dude was at Blink 182 concert and I created this. Oh god. Oh no. What am I going to witness? Oh no. Well, that's the internet for you. I love or hate that it's such a good parody cover. I know. I know what you mean. It's one of those things though. People are always gonna...
Is it business?
Nowadays.
or
Well, I
pleasure?
don't know. When I was younger, when it came to disasters, I don't know, like... how much kids were on the internet when I was younger. Like nothing major for me. And I feel like a lot of the time it's younger people. And they just... maybe it's an age thing? I don't know. Ask about Hugo.
It's a relief.
Feels like we can breathe again. No more living in fear.
Thank you, Clive.
I know I don't say it often, but I mean it. Oh, and best of luck too. Many here, every other worldly woe paled in comparison to the threat of Hugo Kupka. Now he's gone, we'll finally have time to devote to everyday gripes and grumbles. And as the captain of this little ship, I'm sure he'll be on the receiving end of more than a few.
Go on then.
I don't... Shit, I'm gonna buy this, right?
It'd better all be here.
I can't buy them. Oh no. Oh, I can't buy meteorite. Fuck off. I ain't... no.
Finished, are you?
Damn it.
Clive,
Who's the forge?
so what'll it be?
Well, I can upgrade this one. Better attack. It's reinforcing. Enhancer, Earth and Fury.
My best work, but
It's
it'll do.
better than what you think. Meteorite and bow necklace. Yep, take that as well.
You can thank me later.
I read Enhancer, my brain interpreted icon as a syringe. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, like the weapon. I can see that. That's better than what I'm using just now. I can't make those. Fuck. Silken sash. I can't make that. Keep pressing the wrong bloody one. And the diamond armlets. No. Diamond sword. I can't make that. I can't even buy it either. Whiteworm bone. And that would be better than what I'm using just now, and that's me just upgraded bloody sword.
And
Well, we got better attack then, I guess. Back there.
I'm telling you, it's true. I heard it from Otto's own lips.
You've never
How
got
you
anything
doing?
about for me.
It was luck, and luck alone.
They saw me safely out of the hideaway that night, so many others didn't make it. I see them, you know, in my dreams sometimes. Always tell them I'm sorry I wasn't able to save them.
But
Now I can tell them something different, that Hugh was dead, that you avenged them. And I know what they'll say back to me, so let me say it for them.
thank you, Clive. Here you go.
There's no fucking quests!
Always
I'm too good, I'm
something
just too
in
fucking
there.
good at my questing right now. Right, Otto.
You barely sat down since you came home. Vivian got you running errands or something.
Still have
Just
to
spreading
Rosarian
word.
runes, I don't know how to get to them.
So, the professor's got a soft side, has she? I'd never have guessed.
No. She was right, though. Everyone was glad to hear the news.
Ah, but you ain't told everyone. I can think of plenty of friends back at the old hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully for knowing. Not least of all Sid. You should tell him.
Back at the old hideaway.
You're right. I should.
We're
And I will.
going adventuring
Well.
back.
When you do, be sure to take Mid with you. She's been going at it hammer and tongs down in that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud. I can't remember the last time she visited the old
She may not
salt's
want to.
grave.
Very well. I'll suggest it.
Oh no. Now you've got things for me?
Clive. Here you go.
Oh. Yes. Oh no, I've fallen on the X button. Hey, Lost Wing.
Good day to you.
The crystals we get from the
We had to dig a new cellar.
Quentin, yeah. Alright, Quentin. I don't like him.
Clive, your timing is exquisite as always. I have a concern which you may be able to assist me with.
Go on.
There are whisperings afoot of shadowy figures having been sighted outside the village. Rustlings in the undergrowth, suspicious noises. My people fear that they are being watched. It may be no more than a surfeit of nerves, understandable in the current climate, or it may be the prelude to something altogether more dangerous. Given what I hope you'll forgive me calling your nose for trouble, I wondered if you might investigate.
Yes, we will. Of course.
Of course.
Excellent. You might begin by speaking with the good citizens of Lostwing. Listen to their tales, and make what you will of them.
All right. I will. Right. Let's see what the people of the village have to say. I better
Three
find out
people
if
to
this is
speak
just
to.
nerves, or something we need to take more seriously.
Resident number 1, the stall holder.
You alright, Sid? Something on your mind?
There is actually. Can I
It's
ask
really,
you something?
I know,
Quentin
you know,
tells me
we're
people
taking on the
mention
mantle
shadowy
for
figures
Sid.
out in the woods.
It's
Have you
just
noticed anything unusual?
a little strange.
Oh,
Hearing them so openly be like,
Oh,
hey
sorry,
Sid,
can't
it's
help
like,
you.
no, I'm Clive.
I heard the rumours, mind, from the lads working over at the vineyard, but none of them has seen anything either.
All right. Thanks anyway.
The vineyard. Are you upstairs? You're upstairs.
The crystals we get from the tailor.
Hello, Kenobi. Is that what kind of face is that? Is that a tired face? It's a... I don't know. It's sad, it could be tired, it could be sleeping.
Do you have a moment? There's talk of suspicious figures in the woods.
That's the what the fuck.
Have you seen anything
Raised eyebrow.
out of the ordinary?
No, but I've heard something. Sound of scraping metal, like someone sharpening a sword.
That's
Where was
also
this?
the tired one.
In Lorbert's Pass.
Lorbert's Pass.
Was out foraging for herbs when
Could
I
be
heard
like,
it.
that's enough of your
Screeching
shit.
out from
I'm gonna
between
walk
the
away.
trees. Ran back here.
It's you walking.
Carry me, and I ain't been back since.
I see. I'll look into it. Thank you.
Wait, I was like, what the fuck is that emote? Because I'd seen you use that summon. As you stubbing your toe. I don't need to speak to another person. I want to get to the cellar passage, but I don't. I wouldn't open last time.
Seems Lorbert's Pass is our best bet then.
No, it's the circle of indecision.
Go and investigate.
It's the real life version. But yeah, I didn't realise they had I guess, an animated emote for Global. My favourite piece of music. Yeah. The Nier / Kingdom Hearts sounding piece. I'm going somewhere, but then ooh, shiny. It's me in the game. Any game.
You there? Fuck!
Oh,
Seen us.
you just
Get them before they escape.
standing right there.
Black shields. Here.
Tornado!
What is it to you?
Fuck yeah.
We give a damn. What matters to us is that you don't leave here alive.
Fuck it. Go with this one. Oh, you little fucker. Bugger all, I can't believe he saw me standing bolt upright. My gold to trim full plate. I know. Oh fuck, he's seen us. Yes, you were standing there. So would have been wearing flashing lights.
Why were they here? Are they planning an attack on Lost
We're
Wing?
back to Quentin.
I need to warn Quentin.
This way? No, this way. This way? This way. Yep, this way. They ruined the music as well. Also, the transition in the Lost Wing is going to ruin this music. Not ruin. I can't say ruin because it's all good music. It's just, it's my favorite piece so far. Good to, yeah. The pretty
How
part.
goes the hunt for our sinister
The
figures?
sinister figures.
I found some black shields
They're
hiding
gone
near
now.
Lorbert's
Told them to
pass.
go.
They're gone now.
They went, yes, yes, we will
Black
go.
shields. The Empress's former bloodhounds, though they serve another master now. One who means to root out and
Former
destroy
bloodhounds?
both me and those I care for. And it would appear the pack has finally caught the scent of its prey. Damn it all. I had hoped I would have more time than this. More time to prepare. But if we are cornered, we have no choice but to bite back. And bite back we shall.
I'm sorry.
Did I?
You're going to need to explain.
Fucking proof.
Who do the Black Shields serve now? And why would that person want you dead?
Because I want him dead.
Who?
The former Lord Chief Justice of Sanbreque. All that I have built here is for him.
I don't understand. Why him? Why Lostwing?
I suppose it is better that you know the truth. I was a member of the judiciary once. So sickened was I by the injustice of this world, I swore to fight it. And fight it I did in my own small way.
Kenobi?
I saw more than a few corrupt
Pixar didn't
officials
happen.
condemned to the very cells into which they had thrown blameless innocents. Men to whom the law was but a scourge to turn against the powerless. And throughout, it was the Lord Chief Justice who backed me, who was my one true ally in the quest to see justice done.
So what changed?
I discovered that he hunted bearers for sport.
Oh.
I was a fool to think he shared my hatred of venality and vice. His support for me was no more than a facade, a means of ridding himself of his rivals, a mask to hide the rot beneath. I filed suit against him immediately. His response, however, was rather more visceral. He had my entire family slaughtered, and he
Oh, that's
faced no
oh shit
punishment
moment.
whatsoever.
Oh, we'll do you
I
justice.
lost everything. My loved ones, my livelihood, my position, the
Take it out.
faith I had once held that any modicum of justice might be achieved through the courts. So I set about enacting my own. I tracked down every soul who served him, and slit their throats myself.
Oh
But
shit.
the man himself proved an altogether more difficult target. With money and power come protection. And so I saw that I would need an army of my own. I came here to Lostwing and began recruiting like-minded individuals.
And everyone here knows this is why you do what you do.
Of course. They too have lost loved ones to the bearer hunts. Seen faultless
You haven't tipped it yet.
friends
Well,
sent to
that's on the
gallows
cards for
to
tomorrow.
spare the guilty. All
Next time
under
you're
the
in.
watchful eye of the Lord Chief
Blame
Justice.
Kenobi for that one.
Our wounds are the same. And our cause is the same. We are comrades. And our revenge is already in motion. We know where he hides, how numerous and well-trained his guard. What we did not know until now, however, was that his plans may already be in motion too.
Quentin.
Our time is short. He may move against us at any moment, unless we move against him
Yep,
first.
cool. I'm down for that.
My friends and comrades, it begins. Make ready for war.
Holy shit. A great justice. Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to change his mind.
What can I interest you in today?
We have the enhancer +2, don't we?
day.
Well, that's that, yeah. What have you got there? Northreach was different. I'm gonna go there. Do you have?
Do you see anything you like?
Probably an enhancer, isn't it? Oh, a breath of earth. Raging fists. You're the same. That's fine. Okay.
I'll be here if you need me.
Oh, if I do that. Ah. So the Alliance screen is just a all in one place list of all the quests that are available that I can see that I've got the mark next to them. Who are you? Verda?
I take it Drake's Fang was your doing, Sid. You really are quite the outlaw. It's only a matter of time before the people learn of this and seek to apportion blame. Lie low is my advice.
Hey, Lubor.
And what lawlessness is afoot today?
Asking about Drake's Fang.
That was your doing, was it not?
Rumors of the Fang's destruction have already reached the long ears of the desert hare, and they will soon be on the lips of every man, woman, and child in Dalimil. Though I doubt they will receive the news quite so cheerfully as I did. This town owed much of its prosperity and protection to the Fang, and many will feel that now it has left us, so too must they.
As for me,
I know what it is to live without crystals, without wealth. It was not an easy life, but I survived it. And Dalimil has plenty of blessings, even without the Mana Crystal. Its healing waters, its proud people. What need have we for magic? It is but a convenience, a crutch. If the people need a new crutch to lean on, perhaps they ought to look to one another.
my ears are always
Master
open.
Lubo says Drake's Fang is full.
The finest fabric!
Take a sniff, good sir.
Nope, don't want to sniff anything.
Gone, just like that. And without so much
Lie low, easy, everything he says is low. Yeah.
It's my apprentice. He up and vanished while my back was turned. I'd go and look for him myself, but I've got a bakery to run. A bakery that's now short one pair of hands. Loath though I am to rely on the kindness of strangers, I'm at a loss. Please.
The master
will you
baker.
See if you can find him.
Alright, I'll use your loaf. We'll search for the apprentice.
I'll see what I can do. Do you know where he might have gone?
I wouldn't be surprised if he was off somewhere mooning at Drake's Fang. He used to work there, you see. Poor fool left his heart in its hollow.
All right. Then that's where I'll start.
Got the jaw. Yep, straight on through there.
Oh, where did all the men of the rock go?
Made from the stoutest stoneware.
No, I'm telling you.
We need to use a traditional forklift.
Ready, girl? Fly, Ambrosia.
I kind of like this theme as well. A little bit of a variation on one for Dalimil. I bet this is potions again. Oh no, it's not. Last time.
Thanks, girl.
I should need to drive, but they can't lift as much high. I don't do very well in tight spaces, there's only space available.
Excuse me.
Signed up for scrap.
What do you want? The baker sent me to find you.
I am a sorry, selfish sod, aren't I? I'm certainly not a baker. Master must have ruled the day he took me in. Time was the sight of the fang used to calm my nerves. But now look at her.
I take it you missed the mother crystal.
I hated her, but she was all I knew. Worked her mines for years. And when she shattered,
you had a
shattered with her.
connection
I had
with
to
it.
trade my pickaxe for a rolling pin, but I'm no good at baking. Every loaf I touch collapses. My bread's as hollow as I am. She was the only thing that could fill the hole inside me. Oh, I loved her, damn it. But now she's gone. She's never coming back. What am I supposed to do? I ask her. How does a shell of a man learn to live again?
Express yourself. I actually will go express yourself.
Perhaps you could express yourself in your work. If you miss the fang, maybe you could recapture it somehow.
Recapture it? I'm a baker, not a... You know, you might just be right. What a fool I've been! I have to get back to the bakery right away. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. You've opened my eyes.
Wait.
How do we pronounce that? I'm getting... Okay, so this is how we're going to butcher this. Stapler, och. Smelgang's trucker. Oh no. Alright, we can go back. We can go back.
Mother crystal.
The mother crystal filled his hole? Yeah. I know, oh. All things in this game. Kenobi.
That'll do, girl.
What services do you think I need?
No, I'm telling you, it's gone.
Oh, is it legal services? Is this what we're still on about?
Silver platters, plates and pots, bowls and...
Oh, well
500 a month.
Fresh from the grill. Get it while it's hot.
Ah, there you are. The man who lit a fire under my wayward apprentice. Though I worry you might have stoked the flames a little too high. He damn near ran me down trying to get to my oven.
Master, it's ready.
Okay.
Behold the Drake's balm.
There's one word.
truly
I did not do it. How do I do that?
I dare say it is.
Just look at
Oak.
it.
A perfect likeness of the Fang herself. Her steepled peaks, her fulsome spurs, her inviting hollow. True, my loaves collapse more often than not, but what's the Fang without her
I don't know how to make it briefer.
What? No Fang at all. And look, inside. She's filled to bursting with a bounty of beautiful crystals. Salt crystals! Master, I have found my purpose. I must use my work here to preserve the memory of the Fang.
Well, if it tastes half as unique as it looks, I'd certainly say you're onto something. Not only is my apprentice back, but he's finally pulling his weight. With any luck, I might even have a new delicacy.
It's salt crystals.
I don't know how you did it, but you have my thanks.
Someone to express himself. The renown. Oh, goblin coin. Okay. See, we're gonna help everyone.
Now, Dusan, I know you're keen.
Was my smell gang strucker not good enough?
I'm telling you, it's true. I heard it from Otto's.
We're going up to there. Oh, gonna see mid.
We're seeing troops amassing at every port.
I don't have the items needed for making something. Not miles off. It's A. It's causing problems. Narrow corridor forklifts. Oh yeah.
I think Mid might need some help.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Usually is the problem when it comes to me trying to say things. Oh no. What are you looking at, Mid? Let me see your table. Should place it with an. Oh, we'd probably be close. What was I saying? Smalgong's Strucker? I'm looking at fucking Clive's crotch. What the fuck, game? Ooh! I don't think it. Yeah, I don't think there's anything for it, but fuck it. We get the ship. Let's fucking read that. It looks like it is written in. And there's two things that start with an O. Where the fuck do I say that? On a gander? I was gonna look at my abilities and see what I could increase. Not that one. I do use that one quite a bit. Oh, it's not even master version. Shit. Right, Mid, talk to me.
Alright, Clive? What do you
Put you in the
want?
bin.
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal...
Displacement stack. Here.
And this is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen. The Enterprise. Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together. Which is where the stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canberra.
Okay.
But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard. I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to
We're
help?
doing this before we go
Good
see
old
Sid.
Clive. I were hoping you'd say that. First things first, I need some parts mecking. The stack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapors away from the engine. The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air. And the shielding around the sides. That stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
She sounds like something like
full suit of armor
Rodrigo.
then. Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start
I
with the
don't know
plating.
what a thermal
Everything else fits
stack
onto
is,
it.
but
I've got the design
Those
and the list of materials here. Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
I can't make head nor tail of them.
Luckily, you don't need to.
Thermal plating designs. Speak of Blackthorn. I'm going to speak of Mid first.
The engine plating's basically just a very efficient conductor. Create a thermal gradient across it and the heat radiates outwards, which... You know what? Just show the plans to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
I want to talk about this. And you're like, no, just show them to him. He'll know what to do. Oh, fuck you too, Mid.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
Dissimilar accents, but they're very rural sounding. There's a lot of dropping of T's partway through words. Which I think I've done.
Blackthorn, can I ask a favour?
Out with it.
But it's very noticeable.
This my last
Why
chance to
teach
sound
when you can be a little,
otherwise
yeah.
engaged and spare myself the arse-ache. Go on then. What is it this time?
She said you would know. Here.
If you got her the word tattoo, she'd be like tattoo. She would drop the T's in that. Yep, thermal plating designs. Instructions how to go about building oneself a... I can't... What, is that a full set? Thermal plating. Tattoo, yeah. Dissipate heat from around a mithril engine. Should one find oneself in need of such a thing? Was this supposed to be got a usually the first T sounded a tattoo.
I can make it. Won't be easy though. And I'll need help. Get Gavin-Otto in here, will you?
All right.
It must be something. Like a lot of people do that though.
So Mid's roped us all in here again, has she? Typical. Still.
We can't be having any consonants.
I'll do what I can.
We just drop them all.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Yours are way through life.
It's this plating. The usual saw grade steel won't work.
Oh no.
We need something that can get very hot.
Oh, Black, sorry, you're gonna have to repeat that for me.
Still keep its shape. That means an alloy. Something that won't break or buckle at the temperatures she's talking about. Which is where you lot come in. I need materials, and I've got my work cut out already. You'll have to fetch them. Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Velcroy. Stardust, they call it. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock. It just needs buying and bringing back here.
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we split up. One of us should probably give you an hand coat in the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Right then. Well, make your minds up who's going where, and we can get this over with.
Oh, is it called T glotalization? Right, I'm gonna speak to Otto just now.
Up to you who you take to the desert. I mean, Gav's doing the fight. You don't have my winning personality.
Ah, don't listen to him. You'll be in the lowest of low company with either of us.
Okay. Let me see something. And for me, I have what Kenobi points out where it sounds like there's extra vowels. Steam 1. Gloss stops and proximates instead of plosives. For me, I have the spheribacti vowel. Okay, Mid's Enterprise wants for a thermal displacement stack, but she is struggling to realise the designs. She asks for Clive's assistance in crafting the plating that will channel heat away from the mithril engine. So this is so this is the first bit. Oh! I was so confused. It says gather necessary materials is the first part, but letting off steam 1 is the first part of this gathering.
You going after the Stardust then, are you? Which one of these two lucky souls is going with you?
Oh no. I kind of want to take Gav. I don't think we fought with Otto before. But Gav. He might have a few things to say. He's always good enough to scrap. He's been with us throughout many parts of our life so far.
Gav, you're with me.
All right then. So, where do we find this Stardust stuff?
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Velcroy. It's the black sand that washes up on its banks that you're after.
Southern reaches of the Velcroy, eh? That's down past Dalamil. I'll go and scout the place out.
Mouth movement.
See about hiring us a wagon to bring the stuff back to.
All right. I'll meet you by the river.
While you're off having a pack, I'll pick up the rest of the stuff from Blackthorn's supplier. Take care.
You two, eh? Don't go letting him fleece ya.
Fleece me? I'd like to see him try.
In your own time.
We're like, just go get your stuff. Just go get the stuff I need to make something. Right, we're gonna go make for the river in the south of the Velcroy. Can we speak with you, Goots?
I heard what you told Nan about Kupka. Hopefully all our old friends can rest easy
He's like
now.
the gentle giant we have here. Isn't terribly helpful for foreigners though, quite a subtle noise, and it's so fast it's prone to throw people off of the rhythm they're expecting from fully articulated accents. Not very far from here. Wait, do we have them? I thought... Were we not supposed to take Gav with us, or is it a later point?
Looks like I found the river.
Where the fuck is Gav? I do like... I want to go in there. Can we go in there? No, game! Ah! I want to go in. There's a nice river there. This piece of music reminds me of Kingdom Hearts again, or when you're in Agrabah. You got the super northern thing of omitting entire words. You fucking what, mate?
Sorry to keep you, Gav.
Better late than never.
Why do we have an X in there?
And I reckon round here's
Everything
our
like
best bet
it
if we
really
wanna grab
does.
as much of this Stardust stuff as we can.
Stardust stuff.
Don't know what Blackthorn's planning to do with it though. I asked over in Dalamil and they seem to think it was worthless. But if Stardust is what
Wait, is it
Blackthorn wants,
actually what
Stardust
we're
is
after?
he'll get. There's plenty of this stuff lying about just begging to be bagged.
The backgrounds.
Then let's get bagging, shall we?
No, I don't really like Traverse Town
Race, yeah?
theme. That's the one.
Bet you 100 gil I find more.
You're looking at a pile of shite, Gav. You ain't finding fuck all there. Why, hello? Oh, Gilbug. I can get some money for it. That's okay. Got... it's a Stardust. Oh, a little jump for joy. I got Stardust.
So this is Stardust. It just looks like Black Sand to
I
me.
know exactly the part in the song. The two ugly ducklings are incessantly clapping to police whistles. See, oh, because of Peacemaker was off last week and I was away at my sister's the weekend, I started like putting clips up as shorts, and I went fuck it and put on TikTok too. And I'm like, okay, it means it's out there and I can reference it, and I was looking through the clips to see like what am I going to put somewhere, and I've got the clip where I'm going through the mini game with the ice cream cones and they're like, you know, doing the clapping and you got whistles and that, and at the end I'm pretty sure I'm like, I hate this. We're going up here. Three Stardust. Where's my fourth Stardust? I need a fifth. Where's the fifth Stardust? Just individual Stardust. Where are you? Up here? I can... Oh, you might be down there. Somewhere else. You're back. I think you might be down there. Oh god, that was a jump. Oh, I'm out the zone. Fucking water's edge. I got that game. This is a complete no filler, this causing me physical pain.
Let's see how Gav's getting on.
I must have been playing it for an item, maybe? The spell? Was it Birth by Sleep that had it? I think. So in that one you get quite a lot of different spells you can add into your, what you can do. There's probably a reward for that, or I don't know. Is that a whole sack of Stardust?
You finished?
Yeah.
How much did you get?
Enough. I hope.
Okay, Stardust, the key item. Legend had it that a star once fell from the heavens, punctured a hole in the Dalmatian desert, whence sprang forth the fountainhead of the river Velcroy.
Oh, you win. That might even be enough for old Blackthorn.
Then it was the
before we go, do you mind if we have a chat?
almost netball with Brit game? Were you going up against Pete? Oh no, in the pissing competition this time.
Feels like ages since we had the chance to talk. You know, man to man like.
It does, doesn't it?
Back when you first took Sid's name, we were talking all the time. Working out what to do in that.
I'm glad we took him now.
There was a lot to work out.
And there still is. Those shoulders of yours starting to feel the strain. Hardly ever see you around the hideaway nowadays. Always on some
Gav, do you
errand
miss
or other.
us?
You can take a day off, you know.
Says the man who spends most of his time behind enemy lines.
Only 'cause you keep sending me there.
I know I can count on you, Gav.
Likewise. So you keep sending me wherever you need to, and I'll keep going. Safe in the knowledge that I have a home to come back to. Thanks to you. Right, that's enough soppy shite for one day. We'd better get this lot back to Blackthorn before he slings his hammer at someone.
You go on ahead. And try to get some rest once you're there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me.
How the fuck are you posting, Kenobi?
Gets what he needs, of course.
Right. Ready to
Torgal
go home,
Shell's
boy?
like, what are you doing? Having a bro moment with Gav. Deliver the Stardust. Oh, speak of Blackthorn? Do. I'm still no further forward in understanding what the actual fuck is going on. Barnabas and...
Let's hope this is all Blackthorn needs.
His next in command? I don't know. Can't remember what his name was because we only just got introduced to him by name the last stream. I seem to know about mythos. I'm gonna call them fucking Mentos. I'll speak to these guys. So I'm thinking they're wanting crystals destroyed in some way.
I got everything Blackthorn asked for. How'd it go over in Dallimel?
All right, Clive. I gave all that Stardust to Blackthorn just like I promised.
Mentos, yeah.
Blackthorn, got everything you need?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Cheers for the stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
We
You mean
should go
these?
out on
No, I meant
manoeuvres
those.
together more often. You know, it beats sneaking around on your tud all the time.
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together then. It'll take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do without you breathing down my neck.
Thank you, Blackthorn.
It's a long time since I heard someone saying they were on their Todd. $5.10. Oh, these I can sell.
Suppose we'd better be getting back to work too.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
On the new generation of consoles has put focus on loading times and makes games so much more accessible. Go back to mid. I'm the wrong way. Yep, wrong way. Through there. Make the better. Can last generation still use laptop hard drive 2006. Apparently I'm connecting to chat. Am I connecting well, you guys? Nope. Well, I'm welcomed now. Thanks. Thanks, Twitch.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
Welcome to the chat
Come
room.
up with something soon.
Right, mid, we got your stuff.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn's
I see you're new here.
Excellent. One down, two to go.
So, what's next?
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Salvage from the ruins.
Juice box and a pamphlet at the door.
To work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular
Kinda
ruin
juice.
that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need.
Ah.
What's her name back there?
What's her
looking
name?
at details?
You. What's her name?
What's her name? Right.
Okay, grab a juice box and pamphlet at the door and one of Kenobi's cursed cock. Oh no. The last one was optional. Is it though? Is it really optional?
Oh, Sid.
Hell no,
is
the
this
engineer.
about the helm?
How many people are going to say no to Kenobi's cursed cock?
I'll show you the plans then. Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess
what tell
heat
them
is
to make it easier
dealt with
newcomers.
by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding air. Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, the rate of excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating. In other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually explode. This is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to absorb all that excess energy. Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat
Thermophilic, you say?
above anything we are able to make today. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material for our protective hood. Why? If sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship from stern to...
Jeez. Wait, is she in terror or is she like kind of getting into the thought that it might tear the ship apart?
Ah, yes. It's in Lorbert's Pass, near Lost Ring. The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner.
Guess what we're hearing
You see,
soon.
A certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence there. It's no
I
longer
think
a
it's
matter
going
of just
the right
walking in
way.
and taking them. It's going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
Danger.
I see. Then I suppose I'd better deal with this unwanted visitor for you. Would that help?
Oh, very much. Thank you, Sid. I'll gather my
I
team
did
and
do
head
a
there
little
right
anime
away.
about characters look good in
We'll
this.
meet you outside the ruins.
She's nerding out, it'll pass in time. Yeah. See, I thought it was a little bit nerding out, but I wasn't sure if it was a bit too enthusiastic for talking about the ship tearing apart. Lobert's Pass. Oh, I went to the dentist today. So I was like, a peacemaker had to go.
Taking you all to a
Well,
storehouse in the
something.
Bales. Leave anything you don't need
Oh
behind.
shit. They're still getting ready for the war. And oh joy. Yeah. You don't want to be there when she starts talking about Titanic. Yeah. So I ended up going there. I had to wait like 15 minutes before being seen. So the whole duration of what would have been my appointment was she was late. So 15-minute appointments, I think. They were taken like 4:30. Ended up got in, put my bag down, sat in the seat, had a little like bib type thing put around me. I got glasses, and all she done was the usual. Ran her little thing across like the gum line of all the teeth, looked around, got me to move my tongue around, and that was it. And I came outside and I said to the receptionist, we'll get the appointment next time once Peacemaker's been in. And she's like, you've been in? Like, yeah. Because she seen me going in the first, like, because she said something to me when I actually went into the room. And then I think she laughed when Peacemaker was like, did you even sit down? Oh, yes, we are going there. Can I go this way? It's great. Until I get issues with my teeth, it's gonna be fucking wonderful.
If you're ready.
This isn't the way, is it? That's not the way. Anyway, future problems. I'm gonna have 2 things that will be future problems, I think. First problem, the 2 baby teeth I've still got. I wonder if I could ask for them and be like to my parents, hey, the tooth fairy gonna come and, you know, how much are we getting with inflation? Walked through the door, opened your mouth, chugged a silly little glass of water, spat it back in her face and walked out again. Hey, we got the theme! And that my wisdom teeth, if they decide to make an appearance, are potentially going to be impacted with the rest of them. But I don't know, they don't seem to have moved much, because when either it was a shit x-ray, it was years and years and years ago. I went to a different dentist. Oh god. And you know, when you first go into your practice, they're like, oh, take your x-ray. I didn't see them, but when I went to the dentist limit now, they're like, yeah, the way they're going to come in, it would be I think impacted on them for the rest of them. So it's not a huge for me problem. It's if they even decide to make an appearance. They might not. There's not much wisdom here. It's definitely not wisdom. Too fair, start leaving checks instead. Couldn't fly for yeah, for the weight of the cash. Oh, Helena.
Oh,
hey.
You are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming. The ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you
Would you mind?
Yes. Of course I'll do it.
Of course. I'll be right back.
No, there was something sparkling there. Oh, game! You robbed me of that fucking opportunity. Instead of title. We've kind of... Oh, Armin? We've kind of taken on the name for... Oh, okay. What am I doing? Is this... Oh, your little fucker's moved. Yeah, so we kind of get cold. Suddenly. Oh fuck. Hey, little bugger. I don't even know what the fuck I done there. Not super great. Oh, I can't see! I can see!
Nice try.
Yeah, so substitute teacher said we're basically carrying on what Sid started, so we're using his name.
The things I do for you, Mid.
Sid! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
There's something about Helena's when she's speaking, and it was more because what she was talking about there wasn't being enthusiastic about things. She wasn't nerding out about anything, but she had this kind of giddy way of talking to us. Eye of the Warrior. Fucking hell, my voice tried to go. Only those who have stood in battle can know its boon and its curse. First-hand account of the siege of Stonehere. Strength, tonic, duration. Both assistants sitting right in your face when you're eating, so you start shoving away a little bit. So you aren't sat on your plate when one of them has started stretching his paw out, slapping my food and licking his paw. Oh, maybe it's Clive. Maybe. could be Clive. The human has to share always. Cat had as a kid wasn't allowed in when we were having our food. He got his food just before we got ours, but he wasn't allowed in the living room. While we were eating. Although I have been watched by other cats before when there's been chicken on the plate and they just sit there patiently. They do usually get a little bit. What are they doing? What are you guys doing? Oh, this is the fallen.
Your work is done, Sid. We'll take care of the rest. Let Mid know she'll have her helm very soon, would you?
Okay, Helena. Do it for you. Anything new? Oh! We can get the next level for the Patron's Whisper.
We're seeing troops
amassing at every border crossing. Desiree.
How may I help you
Ask
today,
me you.
Kuka.
The bastard's death would change things.
When I close my
I can
eyes,
still hear Yara's voice, or Yara, as he whispers for us to run, as he calls out to the soldiers to distract them. His words saved us, and I'll never forget that. It's just like he said, words are immortal. And his life, and his live on in me. They've changed my life, and I've wanted to thank him ever since.
only I don't know how.
I don't know the right words.
I wish you were here.
Here to teach them to me.
Is everything we've received and everything
Okay, Bearer's Plight. 2 meteorite. Few are those who would strive to lighten the burden borne by the crystals cursed. But if we are to survive the coming storm, we must stand together. Bearer and brother, as you have shown us. A friend in Northreach.
All yours.
Torbjorn's real mellow, stubborn as a swine. Sigismund is a cocky little sod, but as soon as he encounters the nearest whiff of resistance, he gallops off like a caffeinated gazelle. I said this before. I used to work with a guy who, as a child in the 50s/60s, rescued a kitten. Turned out to be a Scottish wildcat. They'd walk out on a lead. No, I don't think you've said that before. God, how did that work out for them?
Come again. I may have more for you.
Let's go speak to Mid. Still don't know how to get that one. Very shiny bauble you've got. I tried to put a lid on any of mine. They'd strangle you with it in their oh no, in your sleep. I've had the pleasure of witnessing one cat have a lid put on them, and it's almost as if they forgot how to walk and they ended up kind of like flat against the ground.
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along.
Oh, we made a point to tell
Excellent.
her that it's
Another
not what's
job
her
well
name.
done.
And just one remaining.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prison for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside.
Go to the vet because it kept running.
Layer of
I
tempered
need to
steel
run
might
out the
do
room.
it.
Oh
Or more
no.
of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is.
Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've racked my brains and I just can't think what to do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Harpocrates.
Harpocrates. I keep wanting to say Harpocrates.
I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him? See what he makes of it?
Right away.
Is a clear tape on the cat always a means of self-locomotion? I've also wanted this tape being put in the cat too. Easiest way, pull up there. Tie itself a knot before it takes another step. And then there's good old catnip. That's a funny one. Because every cat's has a different reaction. Some of them do and some of them don't. And when they do, holy shit. Oh, they're like little drug addicts. It's the only thing I can really describe them as. Cat was good, yeah. One didn't have a reaction at all. Another one, which was from the same litter as the one that didn't have a reaction, did have a reaction to it and would cling to the floor but get very claws out, everything. And another one that wasn't related to them did the whole paw in the tub to try and pull it out. Nearly got his head stuck inside the tub as well. We're talking. Oh, you got a spray bottle. No, we got like it was the actual like the dried stuff.
Harpocrates. Do you
There's
have
all
a
around
moment?
it, yeah.
For you, Clive, always.
Well, actually, it's for mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Okay, thermal shielding designs. A baffling diagram made all the more confounding by the preponderance of question marks that blemish its borders. Yes, they would like eat it and they'd rub their faces in it and everything.
Shielding for a mithril engine. Whatever will that girl think of next? And what are these notes around the edges?
Who knows?
She has some specific requirements for the materials.
Who knows?
The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelisk complains that without a constant supply of pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragon fire.
So if we could
it might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelisk might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Harpocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
So you need a hand, do
Okay,
you?
Taria.
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
I don't know who to take.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
Shielding that guards against even the most
Step
ferocious
right up and
flames.
allow yourself
Hey,
the
thank
pleasure
you.
of my
Could
company.
have done with some of that untrustiness. I doubt I would have survived that place with or without it. A trip to Northreach, though, I think either of us could handle.
Hey, Nimbos. I don't know who to take. But it's Jill. But it's also Taria. Oh, fuck.
So, Clive,
No, I haven't. But I can't
you've
speak
made
to
your decision.
Taria.
Who will accompany you on your little excursion?
I feel like I might have to take Jill. Hey, what's up? Vaguely password. Well, I've got a predicament. Who I'm going to take with me? But it's Taria. We haven't really spoken to Taria. But it's Jill. And, you know, we were interrupted. When we were... It looked like they were going to have a... I'm guessing a first kiss between them? Are you in the middle of the stream or is it near the end? Well, let's see. It is 11:45-ish. I'll be here for another 45 minutes. Crap, we're gonna have to take Jill. Sorry, Taria. Is this a kissing quest, though? I don't know, but well, we might touch upon the whole, like, how is she doing? And then be like, oh, we were interrupted. Can I have to take Jill? I have to take Jill.
Very well. So then, what do we need to find?
I have taken the liberty
Sorry,
of
Taria.
preparing a list.
Maybe next time.
Here.
White chocobo eggs. Pepio nuts. Are you sure this list is right? Everything on here seems very edible. I would have thought the ingredients would be a little more exotic.
Though these items may
I
seem
know.
mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited, effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Is that so? I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway. I'll set out now. Join me there when you're ready.
I will. Until then.
Why are we not going together?
You two enjoy yourselves.
You too, Talia.
Why did Jill look a little strange when she was walking out there? In the moment, for the evenings, it is this game. Apart from, think I'm just gonna go ahead and do the Chat Tuesday game and see what it's sitting at on Thursday and set up for that on the Friday during the day. So might be back to Souls, but it's gonna be Demon Souls, the PS3 version. That's gonna be fun. I've forgotten. It's been like a year since I played Souls anything related. So it's gonna be rough at the beginning. I know there's a slightly different way around doing that game, and you have to go to different areas at different points or be different to do with like your alignment. I would ask away. What answer you get? I still be determined. She's not feeling well and you're dragging her off to go shopping. Oh, she said she was feeling better. So what better than a little shopping excursion? A little shopping excursion should be pretty... Oh god, that's a long way for her to walk, isn't it?
Where's Jill?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good for anything. My scenes or anything. See, it's also the reason why, even though I'd be at some point interested in getting a tattoo, I'm not fucking picky with things. Then unless it could be exactly the way I wanted it. So most of the stuff is done by me, so even if it looks...
I've only just started. I'm sure everything we need is
You
somewhere
know, a bit
amongst all these
haphazard,
stores, so
it's
why don't we split up and see? We'll take a
something
couple
I'm
of
happy with.
ingredients each.
All right. What am I looking for?
How about you look for the pepper
No, I'm not
nuts
interested.
and some garlic. I'll find the other things we need. We can meet by the gate when we're finished.
Okay, purchase garlic.
You'll not
Nuts.
find
Wait, I thought we were purchasing eggs. Fever's gone down and you only walk 200 miles to buy some nuts and assorted flora.
How am I supposed to make a living?
Garlic and pepio nuts.
Any friend of the innkeeper is a friend of mine.
Garlic? How many? One? Sold out.
I hope it's to your liking.
So, elementary. Is that 2 L's? Alliums? Or more classical Sambuquoise cuisine. No, they can only go on BTTV, so I'm not fussed. So much though it is a tradition for the Emperor to award honorary titles to those responsible for supervising their cultivation and preparation in the White Worm Castle kitchens. The so-called Garlic Night among them. Wait, the Garlic Night among them? The games usually have, but the earlier ones did not mention like the Onion Nights.
Keep fighting the good fight.
Let's go buy some nuts. She loves the fresh air. Wait, where'd she go? She just let me do all the buying.
Oi, don't touch anything.
Well, I need... I just realised what I was about to say, because I was about to say, well, I need to touch your nuts. Edible fruit of the pepio plant is prized by chocobo breeders. The superstition that it lends a stud bird additional stamina seems largely founded on its blushing, swollen form than any quantifiable results.
Right. Take it.
To the hospital.
Thanks for nothing. That's everything.
Who
Let's
does
see
say
how Jill's getting
thanks
on.
for nothing? And a really... Wait, what did she get? Did you get the eggs? Did you get the white chocolate eggs? See, she looks fine. Propped up... No, she's not propped up against the... arch? Could you call it an arch? It's not even a door. The fence hole? It's not even connected. Sometimes the situation you find yourself in.
Did you find everything?
I did.
I know, I'm sorry, my reluctant friend. you know that's gonna have to get added. I can't not add that. Oh. What do you mean, Nwadi? And both of those. You can have some garlic and some nuts. Really?
Garlic and pepio nuts. Perfect. Now all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn all this into what Mid needs to keep her engine cool. But before we head back, would you walk with me a while?
A while? I mean, we could do that walk while going back because it's that fucking long. Wait, what have you got with us? Torgo's like, are you having a picnic? Let's buy food down there.
Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
See, a nice change.
It's good to
This
get
is a
away
good
from all
choice.
the battle and bloodshed for once. Just being here reminds me of
Oh,
when we were
reminiscing.
children. Do you remember walking down Market Street in Rosalith, taking in the sights and smells?
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. We wouldn't catch you now, would we,
So
boy?
first Torgal had his face and
Was there anything you wanted to buy for yourself?
Harpocrates nuts.
There was, yes.
And it was running after
But
sausages.
Sort of. Molly in the kitchen's told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I'd be like, don't get your own.
Thank you.
Don't want to share? I've never seen the
And I
woman
saw
certain
some
ritual.
bread.
No, Torgo's still eyeing up some bread.
Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just... Oh,
You all right?
sorry. It's just... you're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
Oh, Jill. Hey, there's a fish in the background.
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we can live on our
You're
own
making
terms.
it weird.
I hope so. Thank you, Clive.
Did you pick up on the big cobs as well?
Well, I suppose
Did we
best
just
get
stare
it
at the
back.
water the whole time
I
while
need to give these
eating?
ingredients to Harpocrates and Talia. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
Why are we not traveling together?
You too.
I'm guessing it's because you're allowed to go other places. They don't want you there. And that's okay. That's fine. But it just seems really strange. I'm sure we'll win and live happily ever after. No problems. No, no problems, no problems. No one else is gonna die. Nope, not a single fucking person. COVID restrictions. It's alright, we're in a big fucking field, but I can't be in the same one as you.
I wonder how Hippocrates is getting on with the moon dew.
Oh, I'm never drinking.
Never drinking again, no matter whose funeral it is. Alright, Adelaide. Be an option to go with them or not. That would have been nice. Oh hey, Taria.
Welcome back. I hope you two had fun while I was busy helping Hippocrates.
No, I don't know if that was snarky or if that was a whole, hey, you had fun.
Clive, Hippocrates has all the ingredients. We were just waiting for you.
How's work on the shielding progressing, Hippocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Tarja how we
Has he
might
got like a
best go
small
about preparing
pouch
the
on
moon
his
dew. And
chest?
now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank
His
you.
8 pouch, I know.
All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you
Keeps
join
all
me in the
his
infirmary?
eights.
Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course. Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice just being with you.
That would be so annoying, having a collar that went up.
It appears our
Aye.
work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moon dew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other, followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course.
As all this stuff is edible, do you think it starts as a
someone ought to
cooking
warn
failure?
young Mid of that.
Or maybe.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Hippocrates.
Night of Steam 3. 590 and renown.
Well, I better go and give Mid the good news then.
Can't eat it, but it's perfect for coating this castle. And sell all my crap.
Is it business or pleasure?
Dare I ask what the pleasure side of things is, Karen?
If you're gonna buy some, be quick about it.
Can sell all the valuables. Didn't ask. Cooking success. Put garlic and nuts in there. Even I can cook something that isn't charcoal.
Finished, are you?
Oh, that's because you're not putting it on toast, are you?
Mid hasn't been her usual self.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
Right, Mid.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of
Fire
speaking,
attacks and only survivors are dip.
Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should provide the protection you need.
Catch one of those jobs
He's
done.
supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just
Yep,
the errand boy.
that we are.
Right then, better start
Good, you
working
know
out how
what
to
your
bolt all
position
these
is,
bits
just Clive, the errand boy.
together. To the Black Hammer.
I'm like, do we actually want her to come with us to Sid's grave? Do we have a choice in this?
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. You get all the
It's your
parts lined
religion.
up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way.
Oh, and bring me the
So
biggest salmon
what's
you can find.
the
This is going to require some precision.
is it the sauce side? I'm assuming it's the sauce if you're talking about having it on toast. Have you had it on toast? Sometime later. I eat beans on toast? I don't. Because I don't like baked beans.
It's finished. It's finally
What?
finished.
You have mustard on toast.
Fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Where the fuck are you staying over there?
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement
fucking
stack
hell.
for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourself.
Mustard and ham, raw sausage. Okay, I can understand it with things, but just is toast with mustard? That weird sausage. Don't want to speak with you. I want to see if there's anything new, but there's not. Okay, I could understand a bit more with other things, but I don't know if toast with mustard and that's it.
Daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the
Like Bennett.
worst and every scrap of soil in the twins turned black, we might still have a chance.
But no, I don't.
That's what she was meant
to
to be.
go back to what you said,
See,
Kenobi.
one
I
last
do not
chance
eat
just in
beans on
case we
toast.
needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realised I don't want it to be that. I don't want it to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod
Okay,
off,
that's
I'm trusting
better.
in yours.
I thought it was just, you know, slice of
Something
toast
tells
with
me it's what my dad would have wanted.
the mustard instead of like, you know, butter or any other spread that you put on it.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
Yes.
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
What do you mean it's not better? Wait, what would you have on your toast, Kenobi? New quest, where? Nearby. Oh, oh? Wait, reading table? Oh! Weird science. Wait, is that it? Right, I'll be right back. It won't be too long. Just be a couple of minutes. And then I can do a couple of side quests and see what else there is. You know what? I feel like we've not had this for a while. So chat has earned this. You're welcome. Here we go. Wait, I know the and. Wait, nothing else? Not a problem, Sentinel. Thank you for dropping by. Always appreciated. Hopefully you have a good rest of your night. Yeah, so it's just butter you have on your toast. I mean, that's a good solid. That's a nice go-to if you're just want something to eat. Bask in the unsettling greatness of Bob. You're a fly, but it's 2147. So the human diet consists entirely of insects. Yeah, the POV. And it looks like this lad is peckish. No, oh, it's like fucking gritty.
Really?
Inside. I miss it. I'm gonna see this quest over here. Actually, I'll see both of them. We'll pick up both. I don't want to speak wall just yet. We got side quests to do. This should give me additional something. We don't know what it is yet. The plus means it's an upgrade in some way.
That's it then. Reckon you might be just the man to help me out of a bit of bother, if you've a mind to.
Let's hear it.
Well, it's about this alembic the chief's got me making. Lovely bit of kit it is. Bung in a solution you want splitting, and it will separate it out, just like that.
Just like that.
Problem is, it won't always get rid of all the impurities. And with some of the stuff we need it for, that ain't good enough. Which is why I've been looking for something to filter the liquid we'll be cooking off. And that's where I was hoping you could help me out.
Of course, why not?
I imagine
We got
Ty get some use out of this alembic
what
too.
did we have? It was like a health
Distilling
increase
medicines and the
last
like. Alright. Why not?
Proper job!
So what exactly do you need for this filter?
Nothing but bomb ash'll do, says the chief.
Bomb ash. Bomb ash. Oh no.
Obtained from the university stores. Couldn't believe my eyes. You pour the blackest blight water through it, and it comes out clear as a mountain stream. So, I did a bit of reading about where I might be able to get hold of some. And do you know what I found out? It's only the blimmin' bones of a bomb king. They leave them behind when they die, see?
I take it that's
I
where I
don't
come
think
in.
I've seen one.
If you
Bit of
wouldn't
cheese at least.
mind. I saw a billet on the hunt board for one.
I
just
always
the
turn
other
it cheese
day.
and toast in.
Would have gone myself, but, well, fighting dirty great balls of flame isn't exactly my forte. You, on the other
It's
hand...
really cheese on half toast. Because it's not
Right.
fully toasted.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you kindly. And a good hunting, eh?
Weird size. Huh? Use... Oh, the hunt board. Oh, can I get this one done? Can we do this? Can we do this in time? Go back up here. We're gonna have a look at the hunt board. See what... Well... Oh, it's that way. Go this way. Fuck, I'm going to my chambers. I'm gonna read the letter. The missives. And see what I can get quest-wise from it. One of those odd people that... Oh, he doesn't like melted cheese much. Does it depend on the kind of cheese? Or is it like the stringiness, or... Go this way.
He cracked the crystal.
What's the deal? Here's the table. Fucking hell. Okay, off the record. Everyone likes Doritos. Okay. Off the record. I was flipping through the hideaway ledgers at Otto's behest, and I might come across something that might need your attention. Maybe. And by that I mean immediately. You know where I'll be. Okay.
Trouble with the ledgers. Shouldn't he be asking Otto for help?
Oh, it does, but sorry, I haven't found any cheese. You prefer melted? It wasn't a big hit. I'm gonna go over Head Doritos. Within the last year, I think. It just depends on what's there, what I'd say to go for. Melty cheeses for the week. A bad feeling. Clive. Something ain't right with that hound of yours. When it pleases your lordship, come pay me a visit at the toll.
What could be wrong with
Well,
Torgor? He seemed well enough when I last saw him.
By anyone will. It just depends on what it is. What's the... Hey, the pen is mitre. About Blackthorn. Did you help dragging Blackthorn out the dumps the other day? Thing is, I reckon he's gone and thrown himself back in, judging by the droop of his jowls lately. So I'm thinking, maybe if it weren't just the letter of what was on his mind, maybe there's other demons jabbing their pitchforks into his privates. Game! You have to know what this sounds like. I know you're a busy bloke, but next time you find yourself free, maybe we could go and ask the old bastard what's got him so hot and bothered. Assuming it ain't just the forge. August. Yep, that's... Yeah, the spelling, the names at the bottom as well is there... Yeah. So, okay, come on, Kenobi, what don't you like?
Hopefully it's nothing. But I should
Tell me
speak
what
to
you don't
Blackthorn
like.
just in
I'm
case.
connecting to try again. I might see it, I might not. Got a tier list of all possible snacks I could get. It's probably right in the middle, straight C. See, to me, they used to taste better when I was younger. Doritos. You don't like a lot of stuff.
He cracked the crystal too. You're joking.
You don't like cheese and pizza. Well, you can go and sit in the weird corner with my mum. Oh, mostly. I don't like strawberry texture and mozzarella. Make your own, put a different kind.
I got your
Pick a
nose.
cheese that you do like.
You think something's wrong with Torgor?
So you can read.
So it's specifically mozzarella on pizza. Okay.
I didn't say I were wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He's not been eating me treats. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but now he won't so much as look at them. Didn't like him. Which is why I'm of a mind that his mind's on something else.
I don't mind
You've been
it.
working him too hard, have you?
No harder than usual.
Gotta help Torgal.
Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
This bracelet looks a bit strange. His little
What was it you said
doggy
it was? A frost wolf?
accessory.
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's woken inside him.
I suppose things have been different since Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean? Perhaps.
Glass noodles either? Can't say I've ever had that. A bones pick. Okay, Hippocrates. Not Harpo crates.
Lawsman.
It's
I need to ask you
Lawsman,
about
don't even get a
Torgor.
name?
Something's not right with him.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite. Which is certainly a new development. She says he's hardly been touching his
Super thin,
bones of
super
late,
tough,
and she believes it may
semi-transparent
have something
noodles.
to do with what happened at Rosalith Castle.
I rather think she might be right, though not about his appetite. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich marrow that resides within, and I see no reason why a frost wolf should be any different. A Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgal, but a surfeit of it. If we assume that his newfound magics require additional nourishment to sustain, it may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer sufficient. Frostwolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals, whose bones may yield altogether different nutrients. As to where one might find a suitable substitute, some antelopes that graze the meadows of eastern Rosaria have been known to grow to a size more than double that of their lesser cousins.
I don't recall ever seeing any that large.
The barbershop floor after Geralt's been through, and
The
you're not
oldest and
far off.
largest such creatures rarely leave the safety of the highlands for fear of predators. The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near Cressida, and that was long before the village was abandoned.
Even so, it seems like a good place to start.
We're not going to be able to find a good source of these, though. Just like if it's something that's been rarely seen. Jeez, I'm gonna. Fuck, I've got 2 upgrades, but I'm going after this one. Fuck. Man. What, 5 minutes as well? Is it? Is it this one? Do. Ah. I could work my way down there and go there. East Pool. Oh wow. Yeah. Okay, this looks pretty cool. Looks really cool, but it's so do fiber optics. Good herring with large salt crystals. Is this the go-to? Just everything fish related? See, my problem with food, right, that I haven't tried before, is that I'm not willing to make it or buy it. So it kind of has to be that someone else has to offer. Because if I don't like it, then this is fucking waste. But if other people have it, and I'm allowed to try it, that's fine. Wait, what the fuck does that even mean, Kenobi? It's if I steal it?
Well, it's certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, you would see my just
how much are we talking? I got some semi-fancy Icelandic sea salt. Wait, is that the one you got given as a gift? That's something to do with a gift? I know at the same time as the radio thing, the wind up. No. I was trying to get a herring and then crush it under the weight of a salt lick for me for mace. Yes. Holy oh fuck, do you remember that? I don't know. I can't remember the fucking names for like people. And I'm like, but this and that happened. I remember bits that people have mentioned over time. Oh, birthday's out of question though, usually.
I doubt we'll find one bigger than that. You hungry, Torgal?
Yeah. Oh, that's the wrong one. Fuck. You really remember where it came from? The moment you've got given it. I see. I don't know. I seem to recall it was like the radio or something that went from your dad, maybe. I'm not sure about the salt. It could have been. I don't know if it was like an all-in-one conversation, and that's just what the bits I remember picking up. Bloody highs.
Now. Will it be enough, I wonder?
Hey. Torgal's happy.
I say that answers my question. Which means we owe the lawsman our thanks.
We love it, yeah.
You're just a big puppy, aren't you? A very big puppy. You do know you can take that with you, Torgal. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your appetite back. Come on, boy.
Okay, let's go speak to Karen. Go back there. And then I'm gonna have to head off after that. Show it down, Claire didn't remember that. No, I just remember like the most random shit and the things I'm like, who the fuck is this person, or what's the name of that film? And it's like, nope, gone. Salt and knife. Oh, the knife. And cranked radio. I don't know what sort of future he's planning for, but it's certainly a little different than the one I've imagined. Yes, totally. I ended up, oh my god. I've also got, being at my sister's, I've also fucking downloaded Snapchat because my sister was like messing around with fillers.
All right, no need to shout. Now we know what you're
And then I
after.
remember
See
the
about
fact that there's some
Speaking of
fucker
which,
ended up
I
taking
brought one for later. Can I leave it with you?
the name I go by in most things with the underscore for some fucking reason. So the elder antelope femur. Short of slaying a behemoth or a curl, a bison, minotaur, and adamantoise, one would be hard pressed to find a larger leg bone. If this does not satisfy Torgo's ancestral hungers, chances are nothing will. No, is this for the fucking pissing ourselves laughing at the weekend? Some of these filters.
In return, you can thank Tomes for me. The bloody know-it-all.
I was just on my way to see him.
Oh god, okay, let's speak with Harpocrates. Then I'll go? Just wanted to get, like, you know, make sure Torgal was okay.
Ah, Clive. Were you able to locate your quarry?
We were indeed, Lawsman. You pointed us in exactly the right direction.
Get my streak if I followed you later.
Torgal's been a very happy hound ever since.
Very good, very good.
Lady Karen
I
sends
don't
her thanks, by
know,
the way,
actually.
for your part in solving the mystery.
I'm sure you can be subscribed.
That reminds me. After your last visit, I found myself pondering Torgal's talents. Do you recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's role?
No,
in
I think
Torgal's
the sub still
transformation?
stays.
About how she somehow woke the power within him.
It's just the
Precisely
follow
that.
date will change.
A reasonable conclusion, I thought, but one which raised certain questions in my mind. You see, the Fenrir of legend served Shiva and Shiva alone. And while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature to those you described Torgal as having used.
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one icon's power.
Hey.
Consider, that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late Cid. In short, the icons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw, have been diverse and plenty, and that number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword.
Oh.
One can but speculate as to how all of this has affected Torgal.
He has seemed more fierce of late.
And if I am not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are fortunate indeed to be able to count him amongst our allies and not our adversaries.
Oh, he's more than an ally. He's a friend.
Hey, quest complete. Nice. Caval's Fang. Even the legendary king, surrounded by the realm's greatest knights and blessed by the very heavens, would have found himself hard-pressed to unite the warring tribes of ancient Valisthea. Fortunately, he had the help of his fine and trusty hound, Caval. Ah, slightly increases Torgal's attack potency. Cool. Let's see what we're sitting at with him. The fuck is a leading looser? Alright. My friend, it is that time in the stream though. I need to save and go. Did it make fun of Torgal? What were you booing at? What are you booing at now? Ban you. I did not ban you. You said you wanted to unfollow and follow to get the alert coming up again. And that's how it messed up. Right, yes, I am off just now. I'll be back tomorrow for more of this. We'll do the other side quests. It looks like I've got 2 that'll give me some upgrades in some way. With little pluses next to them. We'll see what we get from that. So thank you everyone for watching. I always appreciate it. And I hope you're all doing well and I may see something again soon. Thank you all. Good night.